We'll find out who is responsible for this. We have to tell them. We know what those boys look like. We can't tell them, then they're gonna think this is all our fault. It is all our fault. How are we supposed to know they were gonna actually do it?
I shouldn't have laughed. All those times you messed with those kids' heads, I shouldn't have just sat there and laughed.
Don't you say that. It was funny. It was really funny. We've just got to make this right ourselves.
Alright, just as it going, I just want to finalise the old HTSF hacking your own channel japescapade, as it were. Firstly, I'm really sorry. I can't say how sincerely sorry I am to some people that got a bit of a shit end for the joke. It was funny, it is funny. A lot of you found it funny, but there were some people that got put into some shit situations that weren't funny, and that part of the overall jape wasn't funny. People like Adam and Cloud and Wolf and Claire, it's like, it wasn't funny for them. And like I say, I can't be more apologetic to them. I know I apologised in the last video I did, but it was kind of explaining the overall jape to people that weren't around at the time, etc, stuff like that, and it wasn't apologetic as what I wanted it to be, so I thought I'd do another video just to address that issue, because it does need addressing by itself. It's okay to have all the fun as well, but you've also got to hold your hands up and say, it was funny, but at the same time, it was at the cost of some people, although it wasn't even remote. You guys know me, it wasn't even remotely intentional for that. I thought all the aggro would go towards that fake hacker and maybe me afterwards for being a bit of a bastard, which is fair. I just thought all the argument would go towards him, you know, he's a douche, he's a dick and stuff like that, and you know, all the kind of like blame would go towards a hacker or me if he thought it were a joke, not towards other people, not arguing with other people. It was not intended at all. Like I say, you guys know, well, I've been doing this for 2 years and people like built up a pretty fucking decent picture of how I am. It's a one-off. I mean, I've said before, I don't do April Fools because they're shit, and that's why I did that fucking Metal Gear Solid 2 red herring April Fools, with the idea to do something actually decent and fool-worthy later on down the line in a few months' time. And it landed on like August the 1st, and it was like, oh, I could do that holy quote of April, May, June, July, August fool, and it's like, it's a 2000th anniversary, you know, with a few extra videos bulking out and stuff like that. It'd wind it just nicely up to the 2000th video mark for the HTSF at Portal, you know, the 2000th special that I did a while back, and you know, that's all it was meant to be, a light-hearted, not meant to piss anyone off against each other or blame anyone else anyway, just meant to maybe irk a few people towards this fake hacker, you know, only last a couple of hours, and then that's it. And like I say, in hindsight, some people should have been told, like, I should have got Claire to get offline so people couldn't talk to her and then think it, well, if Claire's not rumbling him, then it must be a joke and stuff like that. And like I say, I'm sorry to Claire for putting her in that situation. I'm sorry to people that talked to Claire. Like I say, I should have told Adam and Wolf and a few other people, like Cloud, etc. and stuff like that, maybe. But Cloud, on the Cloud thing, Cloud never even went through my mind. At no point, no offense to Cloud, like, but at no point did Cloud go through my head. I mean, well, what's with the red text on the black background thing? It was just completely unintentionally accidental. It's like black background is the stock. I mean, it's stock text on stock background in Movie Maker and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, well, choose the colour. It's like, oh, red. It was just the first one that I saw that caught my eye, and I clicked it. And at no point did it cross my mind. It's like, well, you know, if you do red text on a black background, that could be seen as maybe it's Cloud and shit like that. It didn't even cross my mind. And like I say, I was in such a rush to get that video done, and then I was only in the house for about 10 minutes at most before I had to go out and do some shopping and before they closed. So I was in such a rush. I didn't think it's like, well, tell some people before you go, OTG. You know, fucking red text on black background, probably not the best of ideas and stuff like that. It was just totally unintentional. Like I say, Cloud didn't even fucking figure in my mind, not at one point. But like I say, I should have got some people told. Like I say, we're rushing around. It's an excuse, but it's honestly valid, because like I say, I was in such a big fucking rush. I was not fucking thinking about, you know, like some people are gonna, you know, start going around and, you know, saying, look, it's not a fake, I've talked to Claire and blah blah blah, etc. and stuff like that. It just didn't even cross my mind. It really did not. So like I say, sincere apologies, dudes. Really am sorry for that. Really, really am. Like I say, I can't say sorry enough, really. I really am sorry, dudes. Like I say, I still stand by. I couldn't have asked for a better little, like, 2000th video anniversary prank leading into the Portal HTSF and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, well, if I'd have had a crystal ball and it said, look, this is going to be funny, but at the same time, it's like you do know that some people might get a bit hurt or a bit mad or start blaming people or arguing with each other. I'd have gone, well, yeah, it's funny, but it's not worth, even if it's only like 5% of people that got really kind of like a shit end from it all and stuff like that. It's still at somebody's expense, and I wouldn't do shit like that. If I'd had a crystal ball, I could have gone, well, no, I won't do it then. But obviously, I don't have a crystal ball to see that. And you can't hindsight that shit because, like I said, I thought all the fucking aggro would go towards that fake hacker, not everybody else, because they've gone into one camp or the other, whether it's a fake or it's not. So, like I say, I mean, really sorry about that, dudes. Really am. Like I say, I couldn't have asked for a better little anniversary jape, and it was so patient and sneakily crafted in some respects and not so in others, Joe, to make it seem like a joke but not a joke at the same time. So, but like I said, at the same time, some people, like, it was at their expense, although not intentional, and it shouldn't have been at their expense. It still ended up being that way, and like I said, I hold my hands in the air and accept full guilt. Please do forgive those people, because, like I said, they were set up onto a stage they had no idea about, and for some people it was so believable that it was a joke, and for other people, like especially if you had like contact with Claire, whose words as good as mine, etc., it's like, well, it's so it's just no shadow of a doubt that it's not a joke. So, like I say, do forgive those that have sinned against thou, or vice versa, because it was not their intentional sin, nor was it mine. So, like I say, please do forgive those, and please do forgive me as well. And like I say, do not even you'd have to be a silly son of a bitch to not only do a repeat performance at any time. It's like I say, why would they have gone like, what, a year and 3/4 with no fucking like, oh well, Joe's OTG just flipped a switch and he's gone into like bastardized mode with subscribers and stuff like that. Fuck that. I'm one of the best people on YouTube, and people fucking say it, and I fucking admit to it as well. It's like, I really do like the community of people around my fucking videos and stuff like that. I really fucking do. I have a lot of respect for them. And that's why this was only going to last like 2 or 3 hours. It took a bit longer than 3 hours. I think it was about 4 hours in the end. Purely down to that fucking YouTube spent ages processing it. I'm not fucking kidding. It was 3 hours at the point that I'm making that video. It should have been able to go up in the space of about half an hour at most. And like I say, oh yeah, I was in such a rush to get out before the shop shut and stuff like that. When I uploaded that video, I was out within 10 minutes. Like I say, I was out for the vast majority. As soon as I got back in, about 2.5 hours later or whatever like that, I started doing that video, and I didn't sit there for that entire duration going tee fucking ha, laughing away, pissing myself at what was going on. I'd have fucking shut it down. I would have done. As funny as it was, I would have shut it down fucking 4 times, 5 times faster than how long it run. I really would. I'd let it go on for an hour at the most. I wouldn't let it fucking go on for like 3.5, 4 hours and stuff like that. I wouldn't. So like I say, sincere apologies about that. I know a lot of you found it funny, and a lot of you see it as just a joke and stuff like that. It was funny, OTG, but don't do it again. It sums up a lot of people and stuff like that. And that's exactly how we're going to be anyway. There's going to be no fucking repeat performance. Ain't that fucking stupid? You have to be, like I said, you have to be a real silly son of a bitch to ever do that repeat performance again. And no fucking Switch got told us, oh, is the OTG going to start being a bastard to subscribers? And I'm like, fuck I am. Why the fuck would I? Jeez, just a joke, dudes. It was just a joke. And like I say, I know a lot of you saw it like that, but like I say, even if you saw it as a joke afterwards, you still might have been afflicted by it somehow. And like I say, I'm really fucking sorry, dudes. Just a very patiently delayed and like sort of like combo anniversary April Fool's tomfoolery japing. That's all it was, dudes. Please do take it that it was just a joke. And a 2000th kind of like anniversary jape, fucking prank around, as it were. So dudes, I hope you continue to, I hope you enjoy the videos as much as what I've done making them over the past 2 years. Well, it's not quite 2 years, it's 2000 videos, but it's not that far off 2 years. It's about a year and a half, year and 3/4, stuff like that. And we've enjoyed the videos over that time as much as what I've done making it, and I hope you continue to enjoy the videos as much as what I do making them. Thanks for the support, the comments, and the subscribers, and the PMs and stuff like that. It's all very much appreciated. And like I said, I hope you do continue to enjoy watching something that I enjoy making so much myself as well. I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I'll catch you next time. See you, dudes!